Welcome, story lovers. Today we will hear the untold story of Shatarupa, the mother of the human race. Her prophetic fate is revealed in the Brahma Purana. Lord Brahma carries on the work of creation with new energy and vigor after he receives the blessings of Adi Shakti to create the first woman on earth. What is the significance of the feminine force in creation? Adi Shakti manifests herself from the half-feminine Shiva or Ardhanarishwara. Feminine Shakti is the active principle of creation, while masculine Shiva is the substratum of consciousness. Together, they give rise to the perceptible universe. Shakti is also the divine mother, the nurturing, sustaining force of the universe. Now Lord Brahma successfully starts to regenerate life. With the first pair of woman and man on earth, Brahmi and Manu. Brahmi carries the sacred energy of Adi Shakti. She is endowed with the qualities of the Divine Mother and can nurture her daughters, sons, and the human race to come. Lord Brahma is initially enraptured by her pure and divine beauty. He fills his eyes with her gentle aura. Brahmi is the mother of the human race, the essential nurturer. Wisdom and compassion pour from her eyes like nectar. Her presence fills even Lord Brahma with tranquility. He bows to her universal purpose and gives her the blessings to nurture the earth with her love. The future of the earth would have always been safe and beautiful if the mother had ruled, but alas, it is not to be. Rishi Raj Narada's curse changes the course of humanity from the very start. Narada had prophesied that Lord Brahma will have uncontrolled desire for a forbidden goal. Lord Brahma gives in to his fate. His primal masculine power rises up now like a serpent waking from its sleep. The Creator loses control over his eyes and what they see. His accursed eyes start to peel away Brahmi's virtues one by one. Her patience, her love, her power, her wisdom, they all begin to fall away in Brahma's rapacious gaze. His eyes reduce her beauty to the barest physical self. Brahma, the Creator, sees the first woman not as the epitome of peace and prosperity who can nurture the earth, but as the flesh of woman that can fulfill the insatiable need of the male, as an object of desire. Brahmi begins to sense the change in Brahma's eyes. She recognizes an impious desire. She immediately steps away to the right. Brahma grows ahead on the right to keep his eye on her. She goes to the left. He grows ahead in the left to lock her in his vicious gaze. She goes behind Brahma. He grows ahead in the back too, never letting her be in peace. Brahmi sends a bold message that she will not cower to his vulgarity. She rises to the top, above his head, but Lord Brahma, depraved by the curse, grows ahead on the top. With 5 pairs of eyes, Brahma continues to ravish her beauty. The Shapta Rishis rush in to warn Lord Brahma of the consequences of his depraved behavior. They try to shake him out of his accursed mind. Atri and Marichi tell their father he is the Creator. This sort of behavior from you will endanger all that you have achieved till now. You endanger creation itself. But all warnings are in vain. Brahmi cannot take the insult to her being anymore. She flees to the forest where she hides as a deer. But Lord Brahma finds her and changes himself into a stag. She changes into a fish and slips into the depths of the ocean. But she still finds him next to her as the male fish. Determined to shake him off, Brahmi takes the form of 100 different animals. But Brahma always finds her and pursues her as a male counterpart. So she gets the name Shatarupa, or 100 forms. And the 100 pairs of male and female animals start the life of fauna on the earth. Still, there is no respite for Brahmi. from Brahma's pursuit. Lord Brahma's uncontrolled and blind desire has endangered the human race before it can begin. Seeing this, Bhagwan Shiva bursts into rage. You disrespect the feminine energy, the nurturer, the very hand of creation. Your action has no consciousness, and it is unforgivable. Saying this, Shiva strikes Brahma with a violent blow and severs one of Brahma's 5 heads. Lord Brahma comes to his senses, but it is too late. He begs forgiveness of Bhagwan Shiva and falls on his knees. Shiva tells Lord Brahma, "From now on, you shall repent for your actions by reciting the Vedas with your 4 mouths." Only then Bhagwan Shiva calms down and he retreats. But what is this? The head of Brahma, which Shiva had severed with a blow, now sticks to his hand. Bhagwan Shiva tries to shake it off with force, but it is of no use. The head remains firmly stuck. Shiva rushes around the whole universe trying to make his hand free, but the head refuses to fall off. This, Shiva realizes, is the result of his karma. Though Shiva makes Brahma pay for his action, his own action was a terribly violent one. He has taken off the head of Brahma, who is also a Brahmin. That is why Bhagwan Shiva has to pay the price. Bhagwan Shiva and Brahma are both hounded by the consequences of their karma. The Hindu philosophy of karma is a universal law. The Vedas say we have to bear the consequences of our own actions. Good actions reward us in the future, while our bad deeds revisit us as our ill fortune. No one is above the law. Soon the severed head begins to rot and peel away, leaving behind the skull on Shiva's hand. Seeing it, he is forced to remember his actions and repent all the time. An eternity passes by as Shiva roams the universe holding the skull, and he comes to be known as Kapali, the skull. Once he passes through an unknown land, when suddenly the skull falls off on its own from Shiva's hand. Bhagwan Shiva becomes free from his terrible burden. The weight of his past action, which was bearing down all this time, is miraculously lifted. He has found salvation or mukti. Where is this place? Bhagwan Shiva recognizes the land. It is the holy city of Kashi or Varanasi, where even the greatest blemish on the soul is washed away and the soul emerges pure and free. Anyone who comes to Kashi or Varanasi is freed from all sins. But Shatarupa gives a warning to the future of the human race. She tells Manu, woman will be the active force of life. She will bring it forth and nurture it. Yet, through the ages, she will also be tormented and defiled. With every passing yuga, the woman's place will keep falling in the human society. It will stem from ignorance and will lead to a lot of destruction. Even the epics Ramayana and Mahabharata bear testimony to this fact. In Treta Yuga, Ravana carries away Sita and makes her stay against her will. In Dwapara Yuga, the Kaurava princes try to disrobe Princess Draupadi in the midst of the royal court. They all point to the death of consciousness and the breaking down of the fundamental law of creation. Friends, if you love the timeless stories of the Indian Puranas, subscribe to Unlocking Books. And let's discover more.